Hello everyone, my name is Lakshmi Bharati, student of Journalism and Mass Communication. My topic is cultivation theory from communication theory. I have prepared PPT on cultivation theory, but before this I will explain in my words what is cultivation theory. Cultivation theory was a theory composed originally by Gerbner and later expanded upon the Gerbners and Gross in 1976. Living with Television, The Violence Profile, Journal of Communication. They began research in the mid in 1960s, endeavoring to study media effects, especially whether watching television influences everyday life, influences the audience idea and perceptions of audience every day. Cultivation theory states that high frequency viewers of televisions are more susceptible to media messages and they believe that they are real and valid. Cultivation research is one that studies media effects. Cultivation theorists posit that television viewing can have long-term effects that gradually affects the audience. This primary focus falls on the effect of viewing in the attitudes of the viewers as opposed to created behaviors. Cultivation theory examines the long-term effects of television. The primary proposition of cultivation theory states that the more time people spend living in television world, the more likely they are to believe social reality aligns with reality portrayed on television. The images and ideological messages transmitted through popular television media heavily influences perceptions of the real world. Cultivation theory suggests that exposure to media over time subtly cultivates viewers' perceptions of reality. Gerbner says that television is a medium of socialization of most people into standardized roles and behaviors. Within his analysis of cultivation, Gerbner draws attention to three entities: institutions, messages, and publics. Mainstreaming is the blurring, blending, and bending process by which heavy TV viewers from disparate groups develop a common outlook on the world through constant exposure to the same images and labels on TV. There are many more people that do not have access to television, but the reach of television is so expensive that it has become the primary channel responsible for shaping what is mainstream in our culture. Means the theory argues that the media generally presents an image of the world that does not reflect reality. Television images are an exaggeration or fantasy of what actually exists. There is a disproportionate number of handsome gentlemen, beautiful women, crime, wealth, and violence. As a result, people end up perceiving the real world in a distorted manner and viewing actually through a television perspective. Now let's have a look on PPT. Cultivation theory, developed by George Gardner in the late 1960s, it represented a shift from the limited effects paradigm of Paul Lagerfeld that had dominated since the 1940s. Cultivation theory, also called cultivation analysis, is called a stalagmite theory because it suggests that media effects occur like the slow buildup of formations on cave floors, which take their interesting forms after eons of the steady dripping of lime water from the cave ceiling above. Origins of cultivation theory. As a perspective, cultivation developed in the context of the increasing growth of television. Gardner established the Cultural Indicators research project to study whether and how watching television may influence viewers' ideas of what the everyday world is. It suggests that television is responsible for shaping or cultivating viewers' conceptions of social reality. The combined effect of massive television exposure by viewers over time subtly shapes the perception of social reality for individuals and ultimately for our culture as a whole. Cultivation theorists argue that television had long term effects, which are small, gradual, indirect, but cumulative and significant. This is the conceptual model. You can see here TV viewing, learning, incidental information, construction, social reality. According to Gardner, the main thing that people saw on television was violence, and he was especially concerned that it cultivated the view among people that the world was a violent place. What was dramatic violence according to Gardner? He defined it as the overt expression of physical force, with or without weapon, compelling action against one's will on threatened to be so victimized as part of the plot, included dramas, cartoons, news, and news magazines. Gardner and his colleagues studied television programming for 22 years. Each year, they randomly selected a week and recorded prime time programming as well as children's weekend programming, identified quantity of violence in programs, and found these to be stable over time. For instance, dramas that include violence average 5 violent incidents per viewing hour. However, they found significant inequalities in victimhood, with older people, women, and minorities particularly at risk. So, even though minorities were underrepresented on television, when they appeared, they were much more likely to be victims of violence. To analyze the effects of the violence, Gardner correlated the data from his content analysis of television with survey data from people who were classified based on the amount of time they spent watching television and questioned about their views on violence in the world. Gardner classified people into two groups: heavy watchers over 4 hours per day, light watchers less than 2 hours per day. He predicted that heavy viewers saw the world as more dangerous than light viewers. Using a survey, he targeted four attitudes, chances of involvement with violence. Light viewers predicted their weekly odds of being involved in violence were in 1 in 100, while heavy viewers said they were in 1 in 10. Second was the fear of walking alone at night. Women were more afraid than men, but both sexes who were heavy viewers overestimated criminal activity, believing it to be 10 times more than figures indicate. Third one is perceived activity of police. Heavy viewers believed that about 5% of society is involved with law enforcement. In comparison, light viewers estimated 1%. Based on this research, governors sought to quantify in percentage terms the differences in the answers of light and heavy television viewers about violence in the world. He called the cultivation differential. Thank you.